So the blade has a chip in it there, and the tip is broken. So this will require some major surgery. First will be this one, which is a ceramic stone, 300 grit. This will be used for the major surgery, taking the most metal away, reshaping the tool. Then we'll use this one. This is a natural stone, Belgian Brock. It's about 1000 grit. This will give us a finer edge. Next we'll use, again, a ceramic stone. This is about 1500. We'll use this flat side. And another ceramic stone, which is about 4000 grit. And lastly, we'll finish off with a leather strop and some polish. We're using water. You can soak the stone, but if you soak it too long, the glue holding the ceramic will soften. So better just to apply a bit of water as you need it. We're going to hold the blade flat on the stone and apply pressure just to the blade. If we hold the handle, it's inevitable that the blade will rock as we move. To avoid that, we keep the pressure just on the actual steel blade. And applying a good amount of pressure. You can see this black powder is actually tiny pieces of the steel being ground away. The water prevents the stone from becoming clogged. Once this side is very flat and even, we can proceed to grind away this bevel until we get rid of those chips. What's important here is to keep this angle of the blade. It's about 20 degrees, which is right for our handheld tools. We'll start flat, lift the tool up until we can feel that's flat. So this beveled side is flat on the stone. And you'll see the water push out the front. We can feel that it's flat, and we're going to keep the blade at this angle the whole time we're moving backwards and forwards. To do that, we're going to apply pressure right over this part with our fingers, and this hand's just lightly holding the blade at the right angle, but this finger is applying the pressure. Maintaining that angle, we're going to go backwards and forwards. In this case, this tool needs a lot of work, so this will take a little time. Normally, day-to-day use, you wouldn't have to do this on this rough stone. So by grinding backwards and forwards, maintain this angle of the bevel of the cutting blade and angle between the flat side and the ground bevel of the blade. It should be kept at about 20 degrees. We can see the scratches from this stone, and we can also see what's called the burr. This tip is very fine and quite fragile, so a brand new blade can have this little tweak. Grind a little facet on that corner. You'll see that gives us a little facet on the corner. Gives us a much stronger tip, much less prone to breaking off in the wood. So now we're ready to move to a finer stone. Wipe all that steel away, and we'll move up successively in grades of stone until we get a very fine polish on this and the burr is removed. Once again, apply water and finding that flat, lift it up until we can feel that that blade is flat. And we're going to move backwards and forwards, applying the pressure just on this end of the tool. See this stone starting to give us a finer polish, taking away the scratches left from the rougher stone. We can also see with this blade the two types of steel. This much shinier part is a much harder, good quality steel in the cutting edge, and then the back of the tool is a softer steel, so they have a slightly different texture from the stone. Keep going. And now we'll also grind the back of the tool, the flat. You'll see our burr is nearly broken away. Now we move to a finer stone again. We're applying less pressure now because we just want to effectively polish out the scratches from the previous stone. Again, taking care not to rock the blade, keep this very flat. So you can see shinier and shinier. $4,000 stone. Again, water. There we go, we've got a nice sharp tool again. No chips, nice clean straight edge, flat on this side, flat on that side, nice tip. And the very last thing we'll do is polish with a bit of polishing compound and a leather strap. This one we're just going to pull backwards. So it gives it's a very nicely polished blade. Finish off with a bit of camellia oil and a rag, and a little bit of oil stops the blade from rusting. We test that on our fingernail. The tip digs in with light pressure, digs in straight away, so it's a very sharp blade. So sharpening this knife tool or a flat chisel, it's the same process. This one's relatively sharp already, and we may only need to dress it on this 1500 stone and then go to the polish.